Om Namo Narayanaya. We are reading the Siksha-Patri of the Swaminarayana Sect, a Vaishnava sect. This is basically the rule book to live by, but getting beyond just to do this, don't do that, there's actually a lot of really interesting things in here that are worth dissecting. He who abides in the living soul, in the character of an internal monitor, as the personal soul dwells in the heart, he is to be considered as the self-existent Supreme Being, the rewarder of all actions. That being, known by various names, such as the glorious Krishna, Parabrahma, Bhagavan, Purushottama, the cause of all manifestations, is to be adored by us as our one chosen deity. He, together with Radha, should be regarded as the Supreme Lord under the name Radha Krishna. With Rukmini and Rama, he is known as Lakshmi Narayana. When joined with Arjuna, he is known by the name of Narayana. When associated with Balabhadra or any other divine personage, he is called Rama, Krishna, and so on. Those devoted female companions of the god Radha and his other consorts are in some places represented at his side. In other places, their images do not appear because they are supposed to be one with his body and he with theirs. On no account let it be supposed that differences in form make any difference in the identity of the deity, for the two-armed Krishna may exhibit himself with 4 arms, or 8, or 1,000, or any number of arms. Towards him alone ought all faith and worship, bhakti, to be directed by every human being on earth in every possible manner. Nothing else, except such faith, is able to procure salvation. The best result of the virtues of those who possess good qualities and faith in Krishna and the association with holy men, without these, even persons who know the Shastra go downwards to a lower state. Meditation should be directed towards Krishna, his incarnations, and their images, but not towards living men, nor inferior gods, etc., nor devotees, nor even those who merely have knowledge of Brahma. Having perceived by abstract meditation that the spirit or self is distinct from its 3 bodies, and that it is a portion of the one spirit of the universe, Brahma, every man ought to worship Krishna by means of that self at all times. The 10th book of the Bhagavata Purana should be listened to reverentially and learned. Men should read it daily, or if frequent reading is impossible, at least once a year. The repetition of the Bhagavata, as well as 1,000 names of Vishnu, etc., should be performed as far as possible in a pure place, such as the precincts of a temple, for such repetition causes the accomplishment of desired objects. On the occurrence of any disaster caused by the elements, such as a flood or fire, or when any human calamity or sickness takes place, a man should be wholly occupied in striving to preserve himself and other people, and in nothing else. Religious usages, business transactions, and penance should be adapted to country, time, age, property, rank, and ability. The philosophical doctrine approved by me is the Vishish Tattvaita of Ramanuja, and the desired heavenly abode is Goloka. There to worship Krishna and be united with him as the supreme soul of the universe is to be considered salvation or mukti. These have been specified as the general duties applicable to all my followers, whether male or female. Now I am about to enumerate the special duties. The 2 sons of my elder and younger brothers, that being Adyoya Prasada and Raghuvira, ought never to impart instruction to any woman except their nearest relations. They ought never to touch or converse with any woman in any place whatever. Cruelty should never be shown towards any person. A deposit belonging to another should never be taken charge of. In business matters, no one should stand security for any other person. In passing through a time of distress, it is right to ask for alms, but debts should not be contracted. One should not sell corn bestowed by one's own disciples. Having given away old corn, new corn is to be bought. This is not called a sale. On the 4th day of the light half of the month Bhadra, the worship of Ganesha should be performed, and on the 14th of the dark half of Ashvina, Hanuman should be worshipped. Those 2 sons of my brothers, Adhodya, Prasada, and Raghuvira, who have been appointed as spiritual guides to guide the religious interests of my followers, should initiate all desirous of obtaining salvation in the use of the mantra of Krishna. They should cause each of their disciples to continue steadfast in his own appointed duty. Honor should be paid to holy men, and the sacred Shastras should be reverently repeated. Worship of Lakshmi Narayana and other forms of Krishna that have been set up and consecrated by me in the great temples should be performed with the proper ceremonies. Anyone who may come to the temple of Krishna and ask for a gift of food, cooked or uncooked, should be received with respect, and food given to him according to ability. Having established a school for giving instruction, some learned Brahmin should be appointed over it. True knowledge should be promoted throughout the world, for that is an act of great merit. The 2 wives of these, the sons of my brothers, with the permission of their respective husbands, should initiate females only in the mantra of Krishna. They should never touch or speak to other males than their nearest relatives, nor should they ever show their faces to them. My male followers who are householders should never touch widows unless they are their own relatives. They should not remain alone in any private place with a youthful mother, sister, or daughter, except in time of distress. Nor should a wife be given away to another man. No attachment should on any account be formed with a woman who in any transaction has been brought into connection with the king of the country. When a guest has arrived at the house, he should be honored by those who live in it with food and other things according to ability. Offerings to the gods and the pretis should be made according to the right usage and one's means. It is the duty of my disciples, as long as they live and according to their ability, to honor with faithful attention their father, mother, spiritual preceptor, and anyone affected with sickness. And we will pause here. It's a very interesting book. There really is so many interesting things here. Just minute little ideas. Anyways, let me know what you think.